Hey guys, what's up? What's going on? I'm here with Paul from D-Pads, and I just got hooked up with these awesome games, and we're gonna go through them real quick. But this, you guys gotta come down. This is Paul. When you see Paul, this guy right here, the most gorgeous ginger I've ever seen, and Tony, his partner in crime. We're here at D-Pads. If you don't know, D-Pads is the new Braunfels, the famous video game store that, if y'all know, appeared in the Game Chasers episode from their first season. So it's changed a little bit, if you can tell. Looks more gorgeous than it did before. But I just came in, stopped by to get this Xbox One Connect because I'm going to start Twitching, and Paul had one, and I was like, well, I'm going to support my local game store. Love this guy, and check out all the other. While I was waiting for this, I had to go to the shelves and check out other stuff. So I picked up Gungrave for the PlayStation 2. Don't know what that's about. Siren looks scary. I like scary shit, so I picked that up. And while I was waiting for this, I just happened to see this over there in that stack, and had to get it. Cleaned it for me. I'm sure it plays well. And Paul hooked it up, guys. So don't forget, come over to D-Pads in New Braunfels. Say hi to Tony, say hi to Paul. They'll hook you up, guys. Peace out, y'all. Okay guys, so I've got myself a nice little stack here ready to show you guys what I picked up It's been a really good month for game hunting. I mean, I didn't pick up a whole ton, aside from that PS2 lot. That was an amazing haul. If you guys didn't see that PS2 haul, there's going to be a little click up here video. You can click that, but click it at the end of this video. Watch this video first, then go to that PS2 video. That was an awesome, awesome haul. Huge thanks to my awesome friend Paul over at D-Pads in New Braunfels, Texas. Guys, if you haven't checked out D-Pads, you guys are losing out. Get a fucking rapport with those guys. Those guys are awesome. Go over there and make friends with them and just chill out over there. And I'm telling you, they'll hook you up. It's an awesome little store out in New Braunfels, Texas. If you're in that area, if you're in the San Antonio, Austin area, they're like right smack dead in the middle. And you guys got to check it out at least once while you're down here. So I'm going to start off really quick by doing the mail pickups part of the video. I have quite a few games. Not quite a few, just like 4 games I got in the mail, and I'm going to show them to you now. So here they are. Alright, first up, we got these 3 SNES games that I got from an awesome fan called Jake Chaplin. Jake, thank you so much for hooking it up with these 3 SNES games. I actually paid for these 2 SNES games, and he threw this one in for free. So let's get to the ones that I paid for. He hooked up with a Super Mario World. Don't need to go into what this game's about, since the whole known universe knows all about this game. It's a really cool game. He gave it to me for a slamming deal. A Donkey Kong Country 3. I've never played this game, honest to goodness. I've never played the Donkey Kong 3 games. I'm gonna start with this one. I've never played, I've played the Donkey Kong. I played Donkey Kong Country. I've never played 2 or 3, so I can't really, I pretty much grew out of the Super Nintendo after '93 because I went into high school. So I kind of left video games behind. I was concentrating on sports and school and jobs. And before then, I just pretty much lost out of touch in high school video games. So I never got to Donkey Kong Country 3. But now I can, thanks to Jake Chaplin. And then lastly, he just threw this one in for free because I was kind of interested. I love Ultraman. I just gave it away what it was. It's Ultraman. I grew up watching Spectreman, Ultraman, all those cheesy Japanese shows back in the 80s, 70s, whenever they came out. I watched them all. I watched all the Godzillas. I watched all those cheesy ninja shows that came out at the very late nights on Saturdays. I loved all that shit. So when I saw him have Ultraman there, I never myself got to experience the SNES game for the Ultraman. So he threw it in as a bonus. I was like, oh, that's really cool. Little did I know how much this game was shit. Holy cow, I was excited to get this in the mail. I popped it in, and guys, I gotta tell you, it is the worst. There's not even a menu screen that comes up when you start the game up. There's not a start. There's not a, like, who do you want to pick to fight? What stage you want to pick? What level of difficulty you want? No, it just throws you right into the first fight. And I gotta tell you, I spent a good 10 to 15 minutes wondering, what the hell am I supposed to do? I can't kill this son of a bitch. Why? Well, I'll tell you why. You need to finish off the enemies. I had to look it up. I was like, why can't I kill these guys? I had to look it up. It said I had to wait for a special power move to fill up. And it takes 40 seconds. 40 seconds to fill up. And in the meantime, the monsters, they regenerate health. It's just the stupidest game. It's just, I couldn't get past the second guy. I played for about 30, 40 minutes, and I shouldn't feel frustrated playing a game. I should be having fun playing a game. And this game is not fun. Steer clear away from Ultraman. That came in the mail, and it came from an awesome fan named Pedro Vargas from all the way in Puerto Rico. He hooked it up. He saw a video game hunting video where I showed at the very end Alpha Omega Sin, some of his pickups at Retropalooza in his hotel room. And I happened to show that he got a sealed Metal Slug anthology. And he said, hey, if you want one, I got one for sale. I'll hook you up. And let me tell you, he hooked it up. He gave it to me for a price that I couldn't leave it at that price. I just had to get it. I was like, whoa, seriously? I will do that. So he went ahead and sent it all the way from Puerto Rico. And I gotta tell you, I'm just flabbergasted that I have this game in my collection. Is now that I have this game, I was going to wait to get a couple more really cool games that I've got in the back burner. But I think now that I got this one, I'm gonna do a PS2 collections video to show you pretty much all the PS2 games that I have. I kind of wanted to wait for this one, and I wanted to wait for Haunting Ground, but I can't get my hands. I saw it at Retropalooza, but they wanted way too much for it. It was way too much. So I wanted to wait to get that one, but that one looks like it's not going to be anytime soon. So I'm just going to go ahead and start it off with this one. So look out for that video coming up really soon. All right, next up we have the games I picked up from my awesome friend Paul over at D-Pads. And first off, we have the Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I don't gotta tell you how awesome this game is. This game is freaking awesome. Paul gave me a slamming deal on this game. I was actually just gonna buy these two games. Oh, and what I also bought was a Kinect. The Kinect for the Xbox One, which is the reason why I'm twitching now. Thank you, Paul. You're the whole reason why I'm twitching, because you gave me a slamming deal on that Kinect. That is awesome. So everyone that watches me on Twitch, you can thank Paul, because that's who I got the Kinect from, which is now why I'm able to be on Twitch, because of that. I wouldn't have picked it up otherwise, because he gave me a really good deal. And while I'm buying these two games and the Kinect, this game just happened to be over on a pile that he hadn't processed yet, and it just caught my eye. I've never seen it out in the wild, other than like at conventions. I see it at conventions, but they want really big money for this game, and rightly so. This game handles amazing. I popped this game in, and the controls are on par with some of the better newer systems out, like Xbox One and PS4. I mean, they just this game handles amazing. The graphics are amazing for the Dreamcast. I love the fact that you can go in and play your normal Street Fighter guys. I go through my guys, Ken, Ryu, all your typical Street Fighter guys. And then you can go in and pick people like Jill Valentine from the Resident Evil franchise. Like, holy shit, like, it's insane. Like, that's just awesome. And then you can go up against the Hulk. You got Venom, Spider-Man. Like, holy shit, the list goes on and on. There's 56 people you can choose to fight from in here. And then they got 3-on-3 battles. This game is the shit. I'm glad I picked it up, and for the price he gave it to me, I'll never let it go. Alright, so next up we have this game called Siren, Resist the Call. Not gonna lie to you guys, this game is super hard. It's kind of like a Silent Hill in the sense that you're in a Japanese haunted town. This town is not, I don't think it's haunted. It's more zombified. All the people in this town are zombified minus 10 people. And you play each and every single one of these 10 people individually, not at the same time. And you go through the story as one of these people, and each one of these people have different ESP powers, I guess. And the fighting mechanics is horrendous. Don't get this game if you're into like combat fighting, because it's not that. Get it for the scary story, the scary atmosphere that you just jump into, and pretty much as a survival horror game. That's why you would pick this up, just to get scared, not for the combat. Combat absolutely sucks in this game, and it's really hard. It's really super stupid hard. And lastly, from the D-pad pickups, we got Gungrave for the PS2, and it's a Sega title. Now this game is freaking awesome. I usually pop in a game for about 1 or 2 hours, get a feel for the game, not really finish it, because some of these games just take way too long to finish. But surprisingly enough, after 2.5 hours of playing this game, I finished it. It is horribly short. It was insane amount of fun though. It's a 90s style anime type of game. Your name is Grave and you use a gun. Therefore you put the enemies in the grave with your gun. Thus Gungrave. And that's pretty much what it is. The story's pretty simple. You're protecting a little girl from a huge, like, criminal organization, and your job is to just kill everything. You can just literally hold down on the square button and just decimate all for the entire 2 hours. It just keeps the action going. There's really no stopping for story or anything. That's why the game's only 2 hours. They forgot to put in cutscenes and story and all that kind of shit. I love this game. This game was insanely awesome. You got to fight so many enemies all at once, and then it's like all of a fucking sudden you're just done with the game. It's like you're having a lot of fun, and then all of a sudden the game just abruptly ends, which is kind of why I'm a little pissed off at this 2 hour runtime. It was an awesome game. If they just could have stretched it out just a little bit more with adding a couple more things, I feel it would have been a great game. But because it's so short, don't get me wrong, I had an amazing time playing this game. I finished it. But like I said, 2 hours, it's a pretty short game. So if you're into the really quick, short, fun games, Gungrave's for you. But if you're into longer, more story-orientated games, then pretty much stay away from this one. Okay, so next up, I picked up this game off of a Best Buy deal. I got Fallout 4 for the Xbox One. I'm hoping to Twitch this game one day. I haven't even opened it yet. It's still sealed. I got it on a deal. I think it was for like $17 or something with free shipping. So I couldn't beat that deal. I got this out of a Best Buy. They send you deals every so often, like the deal of the day, and they discount like immensely some of the items. Some of the other items I picked up was a Turtles DVD set in the Turtle Van. That was a hot deal. I picked up really cheap. It was for like $80. I picked it up for like 40 or 50. And I picked up a Robbie the Robot amiibo. It was 12 something. I got it for like $6. And then this one was like at $50 or $60, and I got it for 17. So I couldn't beat that deal. So hopefully one day soon I'll be playing this game on Twitch, so look out for me playing on Twitch. If you haven't seen me on Twitch, check out my Twitch channel. The link will be down in the description below. Watch me play some video games over there. Come hang out, have some fun, give me a chat, talk to me while I play some shitty hard games, and I'm shitty as myself at playing these games. Next up, we have these 3 games that I picked up from my local thrift store here in my town. I love going to this place. This place always gives me the hookup on some cheap games whenever they're there. And the first one I managed to find there was this Kirby's Epic Yarn. This game is insanely cute. I can't begin to tell you how much I just wanted to jump into the screen and just grab the screen and just cover myself with it because it looks so soft. The yarn that they use, the graphics that are on the screen just look so soft. You just want to, like I said, wrap yourself in it. It's just so cute and adorable. It's a side-scrolling game where you play Kirby, and Kirby's made out of yarn. And it's a lot of fun in the sense that you can't die. It's not a if you're looking for challenge, this game is not for you. This game is literally simply meant to just be had fun with. You go through the entire stage trying to collect these gems. Now, you can't die, but you can lose those gems. And the whole objective of the game is to get to the end of the stage with as many gems as you can to try and get a gold star or gold on that level. And where this game really shines is when you bring in a second player. Playing 2 players in this game is so much fun. The only hard part about bringing in a second player is they fuck with your gems. You can't finish you can't get a good rating on the level if you got a second player messing up your gem count. That's the only thing. But you also need a second player to come in and help you reach certain places you can't normally reach yourself. So it's kind of a double-edged sword with this game. Aside from that being really easy, not dying, and having a blast with this game, I highly recommend it if you're just wanting to have a good time with you or your friends or your kids or whatever. This is an awesome Wii title to have. Okay, so next up we have what appears to be Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six 3, but it isn't, because as soon as I opened it, it was Doom 3. Now, I'd much rather have Doom 3 than Tom Clancy 3, because I got more Tom Clancy games than I know what to do with. And Doom 3 is a much better game than the Tom Clancy games. Don't get me wrong, if you like that kind of game, that's by all means. But for me, Doom 3, watching my brother play it, I myself haven't played it yet because I don't have a functioning Xbox at the moment. But if memory serves me well, I remember watching my brother play this game when it came out, and I remember he got the Steelbook edition. But I remember the jump scares. The biggest thing about this game is what I remember is the jump scares. I shit you not, I pissed my pants on one of them where my brother was in some kind of like some kind of metal building, and then all these jump scares, like literally all the hallways were dark and the flashlights were shit. And the best way to play Doom 3 is with a room that's completely dark and it's just you and the light coming from the screen, and that's it. Just play it that way and you're gonna have an awesome time with Doom 3. Now lastly, we have Bomberman Generation for the Nintendo GameCube. Now initially when I popped this game in and started playing what was a campaign in a Bomberman game, I was completely flabbergasted. I could not believe they tried to put in a story for Bomberman. It was, I didn't like it. At first, I love the cell shading, but aside from that, there's pretty much nothing else that I liked from the initial beginning of this game. When you start the game off, you're playing as Bomberman, and you're running around in what is an open world, and it's like you gotta solve certain puzzles within the world to advance in the world, and it's just nothing from what you're used to playing on a Bomberman. So right away, I just dismissed it right away. I was like, no, this isn't what I'm used to playing. I thought I was gonna be playing the battle mode, where you get to do it like a normal Bomberman with your friends, and you get to, it wasn't what I expected. Until I went into the menus, and then I saw where you could pick the battle mode section of the game, and you could play the battle mode, and that's where the game shined for me. I completely hated the campaign of the game. I couldn't stand the overworld where you control yourself, and those long ass text messages that pop up on the screen. You can't skip those either. Those cutscene things that come up, you can't skip them. You gotta listen to them. They're lengthy. They're boring. The voice actors is just too quirky. It's just not for me. But where it does shine for me is in the battle mode section of the game, where you gotta go into the menu and then you go down to the battle mode, and that's where the normal Bomberman that you're used to playing is at. So if you're into that shit, if you're into the old school Bomberman, more upgraded graphics with the cell shading, then this game's for you. But stay away from the campaign. That's just in my opinion. Okay, and lastly here, my last two games I picked up from my local Goodwill. Really cool games, I thought anyway, and I got them for super cheap. One of them is Animal Crossing City Folk. Now, I really wish this game would have came with the manual, but beggars can't be choosers. Animal Crossing is not my type of game, mainly because it's like it feels like a Sims kind of game where you're living out a virtual reality in your, like a real life person, not a real life person, but a virtual person in a virtual world. Like, I got enough problems dealing with my own problems in the real world. Now I got to worry about some punk kid, his problems in a virtual world. And I know that's what all those simulation video games are about, but I was just never into Animal Crossing. There's just too much shit to do, too much shit to remember. I played it for like 20-25 minutes, just so much dialogue at the beginning. I honestly, I couldn't tell you too much more past that. I don't really like these type of games. But for $2, I couldn't leave it there, which I'll be taking it to Retropalooza Houston. So if anybody's interested in this game, it should be there. And then lastly here we have a special game that I happened to find inside of a Blockbuster case. And it's Bugs Bunny and Taz Time Busters. Now this is an uncommon PS1 game.
I looked it up on eBay, and they go for anywhere from $15 to $30 complete. Of course, that's not how much this one is worth since it's not complete, but it's still around the $15, $20 mark just by itself loose with the manual, which I am so happy it came with, man. I opened it up and saw the manual in the game. I'm like, oh my god, so cool. And it also is cool to see the game in its original Blockbuster case, because it says the game right on top. It says Bugs Bunny and Taz Time Busters. So this is the original case someone stole from Blockbuster. Someone never returned this to Blockbuster, which is one of the main reasons why Blockbuster went out of business. Now this game is pretty cool. I wound up picking it up for $2. The game itself, I popped it into my PS3. The graphics aren't the best since it was a PlayStation 1 era game. You start off the game with Granny, who she calls in Daffy Duck. It's an oddball story. Daffy Duck goes into business for himself. He gets called in by Granny to do a job. He messes around with Granny's time machine, and then all these people come into the world from different eras of time. Bugs Bunny gets involved because Granny wants him involved with the whole gathering of the people and stuff. So then he's got to team up with Taz, and they go around collecting gears, essentially to fix the time machine. And that's all it is. It's basically this huge world. It's non-linear game. There's no set path. It's a huge world to explore. There's a bunch of different worlds, and for each world that you have to finish, you have to collect a certain amount of gears, and these gears are all over the goddamn stage. Let me tell you, it's hard as balls to find all these gears. And what I liked about the game is that it's a two-player co-op game. So not only can you start the game off by yourself, you can play the game by yourself completely easy. It's really fun with two players, or with two characters. You can play them. You can control both of them, not at the same time, but each character has their own special ability, and you're going to have to utilize both abilities, without a doubt. But if you have a player 2 with you, the game becomes much more easier, as you don't have to do half the stuff you have to do when you switch out on characters. But the only problem is there's no split screen, so you can actually leave your player behind, which sucks, but it makes for an all-round great time. I highly recommend if you find this game out in the wild, pick it up. It's a really awesome hidden gem for the PS1, guys. Well, that's it. That's all the stuff I found throughout the month of October. I've had so much fun going around playing these games and finding them at wherever it is that I found them at D-pads, at Goodwill, at my local thrift stop. All over the place. I love finding these games, and I love finding them for super cheap. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Tune in, because I've already come up on some more games, but that's for the next video. Guys, thank you so much for watching. This is Okchief. Peace out, y'all.